going to make us a nice tasty pie to us dinners. Now, what did I do with me gadget?
What did you do with your what?
Me gadget, it's a patent pie funnel.
Oh, well, it's up to you, but I never found anything to beat an overturned egg cup.
Oh, we must move with the times, Ena, mustn't we? Now, wherever can it be?
Oh, don't look at me, I haven't seen the thing.
Our little Pamela brought it back as a keepsake for her grandma. She bought it in an arcade in Cleveland.
Oh, is that the little pasty one that has to go to the open air school?
Oh, every time I look at that child, I think to myself, Pamela, love, you're not long for this world. You're too good.
Good? Oh, well, of course, you know you don't know best. But to me, she was always very good at playing rap and run on my vestry door. And I always think a kiddie as'll do that has got her foot on the right road to hell, but me, I'm built that way. Is that your gadget?
Yes.
It's made of tin, isn't it?
I don't know.
Oh, no doubt about it. That'll taste your pastry.
It never has done.
How do you know?
I've used it often enough.
2 years ago last week Monday, you came out of your glory hole and banged your head, didn't you? Am I right or am I wrong?
Well,
yes, you did. Well, you know, when you come out and bang your head like that, there's some funny things happen to you. I don't want to frighten you, but you know that, don't you?
what sort of thing?
Oh, your sense of taste, your smelling sense, they go like that. You know, if you was to bring your landlord up for building your glory hole so low, you could do him for hundreds. And I wouldn't be a bit surprised if this past 2 years you've not been suffering from potato pie funnel poisoning.
Oh, Ena.
Oh, Ena, nothing. Did you once have an unsuspected itch? And have I heard you comment on hot flushes?
Well,
3 times to my knowledge. Once on the market, once in the snug, and you had one that day I went to help you choose your coconut matting. And that's your door. I wouldn't care. But I haven't tasted ham since last Tuesday.
You what? You've got company.
Good morning, Ena.
To what do we owe the honour?
Well, I thought I'd just pop along and see how you were going on.
Oh, I mustn't grumble. Mind you, it's not what I've been used to.
Oh.
Well, now, you know me, Mr. Tatlock. I've always been used to keeping my feet under a good table.
And what's supposed to be wrong with my catering?
Ooh, listen to that catering. Is that what you call it? So that's what you call putting a neck end of mutton in the oven in Maudsley Street, is it? Well, and I'll tell you another thing. I don't like the way you have your food in sandwiches.
I don't ask you to do it.
Well, you wouldn't get me to do it either.
It might interest you to know that I like my food in butters, and I don't like your tongue.
And I don't like your leaded lights, and I don't like the linoleum on your rubby floor, and I don't like those photographs staring at me naked strip in the privacy of my bedroom, giving me the doodads. But do I say anything?
And you don't like the way I make my tater pie, do you? And you don't like Housewife's Choice. And you think my good coat's shoddy. Well, it may interest you to know, Ena Sharples, that I've been requested on Housewife's Choice, and I'm very proud of the fact.
Are you deaf, too?
Hey?
Well, that was your door if you didn't hear it. They make them indetectable these days, you know.
What?
Hearing aids.
Shall I go?
You leave her alone. Do you want to get my best friend a bad name? Hey, I see the amateurs are doing student prints down the road. Golden days when we were very young. Did you ever go to see the student prints, Mr. Flock?
No, I can't.
Oh, well, I'm not
say
one
that
for
I
going
did.
to the theatre myself, but that was a bit of all right, you know. Plenty to look at and 2 good intervals.
You know, you've got me a bit in the dark.
Hey, well, I'll illuminate you.
Yes, well, what were you saying about your golden days?
Aye, they were spent in my vestry. You know, Mr. Tatlock, you might not believe me, but there were times... Oh, sometimes I might be boiling an egg or washing out a dishcloth. Suddenly I'd get the feeling God's in his heaven, all's right with the world.
Here's your Vera.
Oh, I am. What have you been talking to her on the front doorstep for the past half hour about?
Oh, I'm going out.
Are you better?
I've not been ill.
Honor thy father and thy mother, eh? Them days is past now, aren't they, Mr. Tatlock?
Mother, I just...
Oh,
sent
shut
it
up,
to
you're just
you when-
second in the queue. Was there anything important, Mr. Tatlock?
Well, Coronation Street's a bit annoyed at what's happened.
Well, what has happened?
You've gone.
Hey, I'm surprised they ever noticed.
Yes, and the residents have written to the committee.
Oh, what about?
You, asking them to reconsider.
But I don't want to be reconsidered. I'm quite enjoying my little bit of retirement, I am. Besides, what words did they use? Nobody showed me any letter.
Well, they said they were fond of you.
Fond of me, oh.
All of them.
Well, the 2-faced sausages. And send it to a place of worship. I wonder that piece of paper didn't burst into flames.
Well, they were only doing the best for you.
And why shouldn't they? Who was it, tin hat over her end at the safe Coronation Street from destruction? And tell me another thing, who was it that poured the bottle of sterilised milk over the incendiary bomb?
I can only repeat, Ena, that they were doing the best for you.
But is their best good enough?
Well, you might have seen him out.
Where have you been all this time?
Our Colin said in Patago.
Well, I hope you've not come here putting it all over Martha Longers' furniture. You want to put a piece of newspaper down.
How are you finding it, dear Mother?
Oh, it's not all it might be. Things keep waking me up in the night.
Oh, what sort of thing?
Oh, they're not of this world. You know, the other night I was waking... Oh, it was about 3 o'clock in the morning. I was waking up with something breathing in space over the tall boy.
Perhaps it was the cat.
It was more likely to be Martha Longhurst's husband. Cedric Longhurst always had the making of an earthbound spirit. Do you ever know him?
No, not as I remember.
Oh, soaked in it he was, soaked in it. You know, Minnie's very good like that. Might surprise you to know that Minnie Colwell can go into a trance. I'm thinking of asking her to have a go in that there front bedroom. Here, how are you fixed for room?
Oh, we haven't any.
Haven't you? What about your attic?
We've turned that into an investment. We started mushrooms up there.
Oh, well, it'll do me very nicely here. Once I've got Martha broken in, it'll do me very nicely indeed. Well, Martha, here we sit in the twilight of our days, happy as pigs in muck.
You speak for yourself.
Oh?
You and I have got to come to some understanding.
What sort of understanding?
We've got to learn to live together.
Oh, we will, Martha. We will. Make no mistake about that. I'm settling in here very nicely.
Oh, yeah, are you?
I am that. Oh, and by the way, you'll want to get a new window cleaner. I got rid of that last one while you were out. That's 2 and 9pence you owe me. No, I wouldn't go back to that vestry for a gold clock. Not if they would go down on that rag rug on their bended knees. Here, have a mint.